Okay. Hi, guys. I'm going to figure out a way to rig this. Karina, are you going to go? Is your phone charged? We're all exhausted. I think Karina had heat stroke. It's on the Vita James page. Yeah. So I think we're just all beat. It was a super busy day, which we're gonna tell you guys about soon. I'm going to I'm trying to rig this so you guys can see Donnie, will you come hold this like this for a second while I tape it up?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna get? Don't move.
You gotta invite her.
Oh, hold on. Karina, you're going to have to tell me how this looks. Oh, wait, I need more tape. Damn it. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to rig this. Bring them on camera. Shit.
More tape. We got a mascot with us.
No, I'm trying to make it so, like, when it leans forward, because if it's tight up against there, we won't be able to see it. Ugh.
Open this, does it pop up? No.
No. Sorry, bear with us, guys. I need, will someone get me something to kind of jam behind here?
My finger. Jam it in there.
And Chris, will you hold this for a second?
No.
Sorry, guys. Just, yep, like that. Perfect. Look at that. We're trying, Albert. How does that look, Karina? Can you see them?
She's not on there. Oh. I get it. She's watching.
Are you on? I added you. Did it let you go? Is that a good angle? Is it good enough?
The only one you can see is Donnie, probably. It's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick my nose and
Hi, guys.
Oh.
Okay. So,
Can you see me?
so who do you
Looks
see?
good to me, Albert.
Hi, Albert. Hi, everyone. We're going to be going live in
You see
just
me?
a second. This will be our Father's Day
That's all we
special. Everyone can scoot, and then we can rotate too, so you guys can swap.
I don't have the request.
Okay, just down at the bottom. I can't hear anything.
I can't. Hold on. Is that good? Is it still good?
Hey! Can I get your number?
All right.
You gotta come over here.
All right, guys. Rena, you can't see me if I'm over here. Can you see me if I'm right here? Can you see me if I'm right here? Yeah?
She can see me.
Yes!
Good.
Does this get brighter in there?
All right.
The following hour of programming on Rochester Free Radio has been made possible by the Rochester Record Store Pro. You can find out more information on the event. Record Store Pro.
And it's ordering
At the RSC LP Rochester.
WRFC LP Rochester 106.3 FM.
Yes, Lisa. Stacy said yes.
We need to
Lisa.
find a new
Shut up, Stacy. Nobody asked you.
If anyone is interested in underwriting our show, if you have a company who would like to underwrite us, get a hold of us. And I can talk to my station manager about it. And yeah, we are looking for a new underwriter.
This song is so dope.
3 minutes, guys.
Yes, was he said he's writing a new one for that night. I'm mad, I'm not gonna be there. I gotta go to
Either
Karina.
Like I said, go to the wedding. You don't have to go to the reception. The wedding is the most important thing to people.
But dude, the tea is pretty nice enough, right? Here, fucking laughing and
It's talking the entire time.
You can hear him breathe on like
Friday, just connect, cheap with friends, so we can talk about your favorite thing. But why you right here? I just can't understand. People should have done more, they should have played this game. Hard to think about the thought, think the sun got money, that's 112, 17. No jump to it then, but we can't stay in. We just remember the memories until we
get the shit about
all
it.
of you only rest in peace. Things are the same, that was right here. Stay strong, fight for the kids. I'm saying that this that's God's pain. Cause the thing is that the other thing change. Things are the same, that was right here. Stay strong, fight for the kids. I'm saying that this that's God's pain.
Donald Huss is watching.
I was
gonna say.
I'm getting really emotional.
Why is she getting emotional?
Albert is commenting saying that we need
He didn't. Yeah, that's what I said. There you go.
Had to get that out.
Here we go. What is going on, Rochester?
Hey.
what up, Rochester?
What up?
We got Neffy in the house.
Chris.
Donnie.
Lisa's here.
And
The birthday girl.
the birthday girl.
I'm here.
Karina Lee.
Here.
Present.
We love her.
President.
She just turned 25.
I wish I
Now I'm
did.
rocking the cradle.
Yay.
Whoa. What is going on now?
Happy Father's Day to all those fathers out there who are, you know, in your kids' lives and work hard for taking care of them and fight to be a part of their lives, whether you're in it every day. It's being active in your child's life that helps keep them, I feel,
I agree with that.
able to communicate and to talk about problems. And a parent can do everything the right way, and sometimes it just doesn't turn out the way that we want it. But putting in the work counts.
Yeah.
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 An intense one today.
This
For
is.
sure. But it was a great.
It was a great day. We who wants to do the needle announcement?
I don't even know how many you guys got.
Today.
Drum roll.
We cleaned up 902 needles today and a little over 1,100 last week. So just in the last 2 weeks, we cleaned up over 2,000 needles, which is absolutely awesome. So yeah, it's just crazy to think that there's that many. Like just at the first spot we start on Sullivan Street, last week we cleaned up, I believe it was around 370 something there. And then we go back there this week, and before we left the field at Sullivan, we had almost 500. So just in 1 week, that many needles are being left there. It's just pretty intense.
And these are places that we go to regularly.
So this isn't a matter of 7 days.
Right.
6.
It's like
really.
100 needles per day almost. Basically, average it out to like 80 needles per day, 85 needles per day.
And this is just one small section of the city that we're hitting. Like,
Right.
it's nothing in comparison to like Monroe County as a whole.
So let me just say, with Lisa saying that, if you're looking to find something to do with your time, or you'd like to join the movement that we're a part of, we meet every Sunday at 10 Sullivan Street, anywhere between, we'll say, 9:30
10:15.
and 10:15, because sometimes we run a little bit late, like today. If you're in recovery, we do have a required amount of clean time. So it's 90 days of clean time to be able to partake in cleanup. Or you can come meet me at Outreach at 821 North Clinton Avenue from 1:30 to 3:30. And for recovery folks, it's 30 days required clean time to be able to participate. But we're always looking for volunteers. We're looking for people that want to come and help us make this movement. The more people we get, the bigger we can become, and the further we can go with our cleanup.
Amen. Sister.
Praise the Lord,
Yeah.
sister.
Hallelujah.
Speaking of praising the Lord, we went to church today on Clinton Avenue, where we picked up, it's a church, and during the week it's used as a daycare. And we picked up needles off the playground. We went in and we sat for a minute during service. We spoke with, was it the pastor's wife?
Yeah, and came on too and spoke to me and Donnie.
Right. And just a really great group of people from there who want to help the community as well. They're doing an event July 14th that I'm pretty sure we're going to have a table at. So come out, get some information, some knowledge. Knowledge is key.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah, pandemic that's going on. And speaking of that, since it's Father's Day, I think a lot of raw emotions between all of us are just, it's a bittersweet day for me. I know it's hard for Karina. Her dad's in Florida. Lisa and her dad are not talking right now. Chris.
My dad
Donnie.
just wants me to. I hung out with my dad Friday. Spent the night there. Friday night, I think it was Thursday night, and I was talking to him about Father's Day, and like I feel like this is the first year that I was actually capable of maybe pulling something off to get him a gift or a card or whatever. And he was like, Chris, I just want you to keep doing what you're doing, man. He's like, just don't lose focus and stay clean. He's like, if I get a hug from you today, that's really all I can ask for. And That means so much to me because like a couple of days before going into detox, when Stephanie had reached out to me, me and my dad had some pretty harsh words, and he basically was like, you know, are we really doing this again? Like, you've done this 10 times, and every time you do good for a little while, and you're back out there, you know? And I was trying to explain to him that, like, something in my spirit was really just broken as heck, and it was over. And I'm not saying that I can tell you right now that I'll never go back. I hope that that's the case, but that's contingent on my spiritual condition daily, my maintenance daily. But anyways, yeah, so that just means a lot to me because we've had a lot of harsh words and I've done a lot of wrong to you. And you basically like forgiven me, which is, and like that's a wholehearted forgiveness. He just wants me to keep doing good, you know. He's been trying to do new things with me whenever I'm available to go to their house or whatever. So it's just good that the relationship is rekindling and I'm actually able to be present, not just there, but present and attentive and like help them out around the house and stuff like that. That's what it means the most to me. Plus they're getting older and they have health issues. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when my dad, I basically just finally, out of every year of Father's Day, never really got him a gift. I finally did, and it's actually making me more happy that I got him something. We had our falling outs, you know, but I just, you know, was thankful that, you know, he's still around. So, happy Father's Day.
I know, it's making me super emotional.
You're welcome.
I just want to say
It is.
to Karina also happy Father's Day because you play both parts in your son's life.
Trying to get brownie points?
No, I'm being real.
You know, I appreciate you saying that, but I'm not gonna like take back the compliment, but I agree with you to a certain extent, but I also feel like, you know, I'm a mom and I have Mother's Day for that. So that's why we made you a card, because even though you're not Legend's father, you basically play the father role. So no, happy Father's Day to you.
And it's really hard for a lot of boyfriends, I think, to step into that role. So
I wouldn't.
And he does
On
try
on some
super
days I
hard.
might be angry, but like I wouldn't trade it for the world. That kid's smile can like totally erase everything else in my life. So
Aww.
Father's Day is difficult for me too because I haven't always had the best relationship with my dad, and it's taken
sorry to make you cry, Mom. I love you. Happy Father's Day, Dad, if you're listening. Sorry, Karina, I cut you off.
it's okay. My dad was always in and out of my life, you know, and when we finally tried to like rekindle our relationship when I moved to Florida, you know, that's when I reached the height of my addiction, and I put him and my stepmom through a lot of turmoil, and it's taken a lot for us to get to the point where we're at, and we're still working on it. It's not always great, but I'm really grateful that today we can talk to each other without there being vulgar or screaming back and forth, and I am really, really grateful for that.
Well, that's good.
that's progress to even get to that point.
Yeah, when I say that it's taken a lot, like that's really an understatement, truthfully. Because up until I had Legend, and me and my father were not on very good terms. And of course I wanted him to meet my son, so I let him meet him. And it's even been a struggle because you guys know, like, it was hard for me to decide to move back here. So I feel like, truthfully, me moving back here sort of saved our relationship, because it's allowed us to you know, have to communicate.
Yeah.
You got
Go ahead.
is your mic working? I feel like she's still talking.
No, she's
Oh,
not.
okay. I don't know. The big like nagging behind her. Karina, you got pregnant like relatively early in your recovery, so I'm just wondering, was your dad supportive of you when you got pregnant?
Well, I had just over 18 months. And yes, up until that point, like, and that's what I mean. Like, when I got out of rehab, I moved in back. My father and stepmom let me back into their home after I had like destroyed them from I moved to Florida to save myself, and I destroyed mine and their lives. I disrupted my stepsister's life. I disrupted their lives entirely. And up until I got pregnant, things were really great. I had a great relationship with both of them. And then I chose, my son's father basically over them. And
Those hormones.
No. It was bad. My stepmom, no matter what, she's always, even when I didn't deserve her to stand by my side, she did. And it took my dad a lot longer to come around. Basically, it wasn't really up until Legend was born that me and my dad started to rework our relationship. And now, hey, look at what's happening now. Now, me and Legend are going to Florida in August, and I'm going to be staying with them the entire time. I talk to both of them almost every day, so it's been quite a whirlwind of rebuilding and restructuring and learning how to communicate with each other. And I'm really grateful. So if you're listening, Badus, I love you. Happy Father's Day.
I totally, so my dad was always involved in my life, kind of a different way, because he was always working. He provided for me and my sister growing up, and he worked a lot of hours to be able to provide the things he wanted to for us, whether it be lessons or camp or music or whatever. And I had a lot of resentments towards him for not being around, for not coming to, cheerleading competitions or to swimming, lots of stuff. I was real upset with him, and I'm definitely over all of that now. I'm grateful, and I built a great relationship with him in recovery. And as everyone knows, he has custody of my kids still. I don't want to have to move them around. And that's something, he didn't have to do. He adopted me when I was 14 months old. Here's a guy who doesn't share the same blood as me, but he treats me. I'm his daughter, and he's my dad, and I love him. He's amazing, and I'm so grateful to him. And I'm grateful to be able to have this relationship with him. The bitterness of Father's Day is just not being here. I fight with being really mad at him. Because my kids go through it, and it's hard. I mean, everyone here knows
Let it out, Steph.
how hard it has been on them, and I just I don't know if I would have made it without being with all of you. So I'm grateful.
Love you.
We're grateful for you.
I love you guys.
Love you, sis.
Okay, let's change the subject.
Wait, I gotta say at least a little bit more about my dad, since it's Father's Day. So, me and him, we really never got along when I was in my active use. We fought a lot. I tried to stab him one time.
No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal, right? But he's always been there when I needed him. And, there's certain times that he wasn't there, but the times that he was, those were the times that I needed him. And now he's, back in my life again. We talk on the phone, we text each other. He took me out to lunch a couple days ago. And, I'm just thankful that he's still around. And, family's family.
It is.
You're lucky to have that family.
Thank you.
And there's just so much support. The other aspect of this is I had started this after Justin passed away. So I didn't pick up because that was my normal thing. So I feel like Justin brought all of us, like so many amazing people
Well, you already knew I was already there.
now.
Now we're gonna fight.
But it's just there's so many families right now that are going through the same situations, and I think each one of us here can help, you know, any way we can with sharing our stories. Like I just said, like Lisa, we've talked about,
Come on, honey.
you know, your situation, and I think, you know, support is such a huge thing, and some families don't necessarily know how to do that.
That's very true. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. So for me, you know, I had the typical like suburban upbringing. I was very fortunate. My father is a doctor, so he was able to provide for me and my brothers. And it went beyond that as well. Like it went beyond the, you know, the superficial stuff. Like he was at every dance competition, and you know, like he would brag about me to all of his peers and coworkers and all of that, because he was proud of me, and I knew that I was, you know, his little girl. I was his only daughter, and I was the youngest. So I had like a really special place in his heart, and I could feel that. But when my addiction started, the dynamic between he and I changed quickly. And there were already kind of strains because my stepmom and I didn't get along very well. So that already caused like a rift, and then when all the addiction stuff happened, it just, you know, that wound was kind of already there. So it just made it even bigger. And you know, it's kind of interesting because even though my dad was like,
Mia Fame, 19.
In a very, very big way, he doesn't get it. Because my family just closed the door in my face before I even, you know, went to rehab for the first time. Like you hear about all these families like not abandoning their loved one who's gone to rehab like 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 times, and I hadn't even gone once. And my family was like, you know, we're done with you. That's it. And I understood that they were, you know, they didn't want to enable me anymore, but I think a lot of families get confused between, you know, what is enabling, what's not enabling, and then what is just kind of protecting you and abandoning you. And that's like a really important thing to know the difference of. And it's just strange because when I got sober, this last time, my dad was really supportive in the beginning, and then that just kind of stopped, and you could tell that there was a lot of shame there. Like I was a drug addict, I was the junkie, and he couldn't talk about me at the country club, and he was embarrassed, and he didn't want to say those things about me. Like he didn't want people to know. I was no longer like the straight A student. I was no longer, you know, the daughter winning the dance competitions. I was the junkie heroin addict.
We don't say junkie.
But that's, I'm trying to say, like, that's how he was viewing me.
I understand. Okay.
And eventually it just got to a point where I had enough. and I told him and my stepmom that I couldn't deal with it anymore. I couldn't handle, being treated that way, and we had a big falling out. And it's almost a year where we haven't even spoken. He hasn't seen my son. My son doesn't know who he is, and never in my life did I think that I would be in this position. But I mean, because you share blood with people, it doesn't mean they're your family. And, like, it feels like I live two different lives, basically.
I think something that Karina had actually brought up, sorry, I could hear it in the mic. Sorry. We are doing live on our Facebook page too, and I can hear it echoing in the mic. Lisa, but what I was gonna say is, Karina and I talked about that the other day, is about forgiveness. And, that's something that we learn and that she learns doing the steps through NA, is whether someone's ready to forgive us or not. We can only accept our actions and our behaviors, and, we got to forgive ourselves first, and making those amends. You have come so far, and it's really unfortunate that your dad's not around to see that. And that's rough. Maybe someday he will. And I think you're just doing something. And your son is just so adorable. And I think you're amazing. And so many people probably go through the same thing, and they don't know what to do.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Mama Jill has a challenge for you.
What's that?
Oh.
She challenges you to call your father and wish him a happy Father's Day.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Well, just an idea. Forgiveness is for you.
I know, and I have to find a way to let go of the resentments, because it really is eating me alive. Like, I can't.
Hey, you want to talk about that
We
later?
do need to talk about that. 'Cause I don't go a day without thinking about him. I mean, I miss him. Like, so badly, but there's just a lot of damage there, and I recognize the fact that I hurt him deeply. I know that. I know what my addiction did, and I take accountability for that.
I was terrified to call my dad. I went probably a year and a half without talking to my dad after he confronted me about my addiction. And I felt like so much time had passed, and I was so ashamed of myself and my actions and the way I was treating my kids and my husband, and everyone knowing that I had just flushed my life down the toilet, and I was okay with it. I talking to him that first time, it made my heart, like, I don't know how to describe it. He loved me. Like, that was it. That's what played in my head. My dad still loves me. And that was huge. And I agree with you. When you're ready, but I think that would be a huge step for you to just, because it is hard, but we're here for you. And
I know, and that's the thing, that what you just said is, I feel like he doesn't. I feel like my dad doesn't love me, and that's like the root of it. That's what it comes down to. But the whole forgiveness thing, you guys are right. Like, if I can forgive him for the part he has played in this, and the pain and the hurt he has caused after the fact, I mean, then I'll be free. And there's a lot to say in being the bigger person in situations like this. And I don't know. And you guys are right, per usual, which is annoying.
We have Scott Brooks on our live feed, and he's saying never give up on people you love and that you're his baby. And I'm sure he's right. Like, you're his baby. Regardless, our parents sometimes get really upset about the choices that we make, but could you ever imagine not loving Silas even if he made some horrible
No,
choices?
never.
You know what I mean? So, and you know, I when you're ready to make that call, you know that we're here for you and we love you and we're so proud of you.
I think
Thank you. I love you.
love you too. I think I guess there could be a good spot right here to let family members know about Al-Anon and Nar-Anon, and there's a lot of support groups all
Yes.
around that really will allow family members to categorize that enabling to that totally letting go and forgetting about a person. You know what I mean? Because there's definitely a difference. Tough love and just totally giving up are two totally different things. Totally signing someone off is probably going to drive you deeper into addiction. But a
And
little bit,
recovery is cool now.
yeah, and recovery is way deep. But yeah, I think that a lot of family members can gain knowledge by that, or talking to other family members of recovering addicts who are heavily involved in the recovery community. I think it's very important. That's why we emphasize that, like, not just the recovering addict try to get involved with our group if they would like, but family members are more than welcome. And we have plenty of family members in our group that are willing to be support to family members of recovering addicts or people that are struggling or whatever. And like, I can't say how many times I've talked to someone on our hotline even that is the family member of someone and they want to help them so bad. And it's the hardest thing in the world to tell someone there's literally nothing you can do. They will seek the help when they are ready. Oh, well, they're going to die. You know, like, it sucks. There's nothing that a family member can do to make me stop using drugs. At least there wasn't. You know what I mean? None of that really mattered when I was just seeking one more, you know? It has to be up to me. I have to be ready for help 100%. And, like, at least try. You know what I mean? And that's really what I went into it this time doing, was really like, okay, someone reached out to me with compassion, with this Stephanie, and I went to detox, and I didn't want to be there the first 5 days in detox or the first 7 days in inpatient. I really didn't want to be there. But then, like, I was like, you know what? I've never given myself an honest opportunity to recover. And I'm going to start doing things different right now. And I did, and it's been working, and then I met this great group of people, and you guys are also supportive, and, like, you call me on my crap, which I don't like either, Lisa, so I'm with you there. They're always right, and I don't like it, but that's what support networks are for. You know, I'm super grateful, and I'll never admit that I'm wrong, like, right when we're having the conversation, but yeah, but inside in my spirit, I know when something's going on. It doesn't mean I'm going to admit it right away to you face to face, like, but I feel it in my spirit, you know, and then eventually when I start to do something about it is when I'll be like, yeah, I know that I was messing up, you know, or I knew that I was getting complacent, for instance, which was my situation not too long ago, but I could not look you in the eye and admit my wrong at that time, and that's on me. That's like a hole in my program, you know what I mean? It's still very hard for me to 100% be honest about things like that, because I thought that I was in such good mental space and stuff like that, and I was not thinking about a drink or a drug really, and then boom, next thing I know, all of a sudden that thought's in my brain, and that's really just a plain result of me not doing those daily things that I talk about to keep my recovery, my maintenance program. People that are trying to accomplish the same goal as me, and I stay clean another day, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I think that is important. Family members need other family members from different families, and like, I know SOARS does like support groups for family members, which I think is a great thing. And yeah, maybe we can put some links on our Facebook page or something to guide people in that direction, because I think it's very important.
Definitely. And I believe there are some on our resources page, but we'll look stuff up if you need help finding meetings in your area. Call our hotline 585-633-9090. We'll help any way that we can. We want to send our condolences. Someone passed away today that is in our news feed, and it's being discussed. And so we are sending our condolences to this girl's family. I'm not going to disclose her name, but anybody who's passed away or suffering, anyone who's grieving, we understand, and we're here to talk. And
there are people out there who love you, even if I've never met you. I love you. Like, I'm just saying that to anyone out there who is alone and feels like they have nobody. If you are a fellow addict, you are one of our brothers or one of our sisters, and we love you because our souls know each other. Like, we recognize each other, and we all know that pain. So we love you, and you're not alone.
Absolutely. With that, we're going to take a quick break, guys. Keep listening to BTC Radio, and we'll be right back. Whew, that's an intense show. Hi, guys. Oh my gosh, look at I have like white circles around my eyes for my glasses.
Did you share the our live video on different page?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We just got this.
I shared it to my page.
Some good clip. It's like another link to your site.
It's just for our page.
No, I know, but then I thought he was asking for a link. We're still live. So I don't know what he's talking about. A link those groups outsiders. So maybe because he's friends with our home dude.
Thank you. Share.
I don't know.
Here, so we'll remove it.
I don't think it's.
There's a little bit of discrepancy about a post on Facebook.
Yeah, because a lot of Facebook groups don't support other groups. Which I don't know.
So just leave it I thought so much, which I could understand.
Right, no.
But because we're an open group and you're a closed group, you don't want
Right,
our
they don't support other groups.
our posts being on your page. That's right. That's your bad.
See these guys? Look at this guy.
1 minute and 30 seconds. Where's Lisa?
Right
Donald.
here.
Love you, Lisa. Oh my goodness. It's like a freaking horny rabbit.
Right. That's my girlfriend. I love you.
Hey.
I love you.
Hey, can I get your number?
Oh my god.
I think
Sorry, you guys have to listen to me.
40 seconds. Hi guys, thanks for watching. I like this song.
Me too.
It just said something about forgiveness, and I was like, yeah.
Just go ahead
And I like it.
Choose not to be anonymous. If our link shares on your page or whatever, and it breaks your rules and regulations, we apologize. but we choose not to be anonymous.
Here we go.
We share our stuff publicly. And again, we apologize if it breaks any of your rules and regulations.
Shut your door. Back on. And we're
Back,
back.
get it back, get it back.
Back.
The phone just fell off the door when I closed it. I'm gonna have to try and figure something out with that.
Okay.
That was fun.
Okay.
I like that song. So I was just trying to find songs that were about forgiveness. I loved that.
Yeah.
That was great. And that's what it was saying. It was about, forgiveness is about yourself, like freeing yourself from those chains. Because those chains and that resentment can lead us down dark paths.
Holding resentment is like peeing down your own leg. You're the only one that feels it.
Oh, and I just wanted to say one thing, I didn't get to before we went to the break. A lot of programs are teaching now that tough love is actually really dangerous. Because you don't know what someone's rock bottom might be, and their rock bottom might be death. Because that's how bad it's getting out there. So rather than tough love, that's why we're talking about education and making yourself knowledgeable rather than just completely closing the door on somebody, because you have no idea how messed up an addict's mindset is when we're in active addiction.
Oh, I'm so glad you just brought that up. So
Mhm.
yesterday, I think I was telling you guys about it. I was scrolling through Facebook and there was a post that this girl had made about another girl. And it was really negative.
I know what you're talking about. That was bad.
And yeah, it was all these people just like ganging up on this person who's, I'm not sure if she's actively using or in recovery. It's none of my business, but like you just said, people don't know the mindset of other people. And for them to treat someone like this, it made me really sad. It made me, question, why are these people on my Facebook? Like, it's just sad. Like, I could not imagine ever turning my back on my kid for anything. So I don't know. Bullying can lead to addiction, I think.
I agree with that.
To numb those feelings, and it can also, deter people from getting help or feeling like they're worthy of getting help.
Well, yeah, that's where the whole shame comes into this. I mean, think about any other disease. Like, what other disease, like cancer, diabetes, anything where people have to feel shame and guilt about having that disease? It just doesn't happen. So the fact that people have to feel that way, and it deters them from reaching out for help, or it deters family members from talking about it and getting educated. I mean, that's the difference between life and death right there in many cases.
Definitely.
Yeah, I just wanted to say tough love for me was like, Mom, Dad, I need money for this. Oh, okay, well, we'll take you there and we'll buy it for you. You know what I mean? But I get what you're saying. That's totally true, too, because tough love to some people is treating the person kind of like crap or making them not feel like loved or trusted in any way. So I get what you're saying.
So we have an event coming up. We are going to be doing our first kickball game with Recovery Fitness. It is scheduled for July 8th. Rain date would be the following, that would be the 15th, if it gets rained out. If it's like not thundering and lightning,
We're playing.
on. Like,
We are playing.
yeah, nothing.
Come one, come all.
That, we're gonna make as many lunches as we can. As always, we're accepting donations of clothing and food, stuff for the lunches that we pack.
Toiletry
We're-
type stuff.
Yes, we definitely,
We are
we're,
in
we're
desperate
really
need.
low on personal care items. And then,
And
we have
And,
a huge event coming up.
oh,
Hoopstuck.
August 18th,
This is gonna be at 585
Rockin' Burger.
Rockin' Burger. It's on Pixley Road. From 3 to 6, it's going to be family friendly. So we're going to have events for kids, face painting, temporary tattoos, a bounce house. We're going to have some education workshops on, stuff kids should know. Obviously, we're going to make sure that the 3 to 6 is age appropriate during the family time. And then from 6 on, we're going to have different local artists performing. So if you're interested in coming on and performing, get a hold of us. You can email us. You can message us on our page on Facebook. You can call us
585
635
633
or 633
8690. You can email us at hopedealersbtc@gmail.com, or you can go right onto our Facebook page, which is Hope Dealers BTC Be the Change. Yeah.
Yeah.
And check out our website, and we have a YouTube page too.
We do.
Do we still have a YouTube?
Yeah, we totally have a
Instagram.
YouTube.
Yeah.
We're
all over
about to
social
say
media.
that.
And we are
We
not
are.
anonymous.
No, we are
No.
not
No.
at all.
No.
No.
You guys
And
gotta get used to these pretty faces. And
Right.
our
Yeah.
whole name,
We don't.
Christopher
We don't do
Perry.
the blurring out faces.
right. And if some people want to do that, that's fine, but I'm not ashamed. I share my story fully with anybody.
I will never break anyone else's anonymity.
No.
on purpose.
No. Yeah.
Right.
But I will scream from the rooftops, wherever I am, that I am in recovery and I was a hope to die using heroin addict at one point in my life.
I wear it like a badge.
Right.
Right. We
That's
have
probably right.
Scott on here talking about how he was just called a junkie loser on Facebook the past few months. And that's the thing, bullying. It's not okay. Like, I don't understand why people think any type of behavior like that brings any positivity to anyone else's life. You have to be in a bad spot, I think, to be
Yeah,
bullied.
those are spiritually broken people.
Right. It makes me really sad though. Like, especially nowadays, like kids can't even get away from it. Like you're at school and now there's cell phones and Instagram, Facebook, social media all over the place. These kids, are going through this all the time, and it's not just kids, it's adults, it's addicts, who knows? It's sad.
Dude, I am so glad that Facebook and all of this crap didn't exist when I was in high school, because we had like instant messenger and yeah, like that kind of stuff. And even on there, like bullying and stuff would happen. And essentially, for me and my story, you could kind of trace that back and say that that's what led me to my addiction, because I ended up having to graduate high school a year early because I was bullied so bad. Like my boyfriend and I ended up breaking up, and we went to like a private all guys school. So my girlfriends decided that they wanted to stay friends with him, so that way they could keep going to like all the cool parties and keep hanging out with all these guys that they were meeting.
Hormones, girl.
Right.
Just like you said at the
So
beginning.
ridiculous. And they completely just like undoing my life learning how. And I missed, I think, like 92 days of school my last year. That's how bad it was.
Oh wow.
and I left and I ran away to college a year early, and I wasn't ready. And I was experimenting with weed and drinking and stuff my entire freshman year, and then my sophomore year, that's when I tried pills. So yeah, don't bully, because you might become a heroin addict.
Well, I also think that it's an issue with people that are in recovery and bullying. I think that we've experienced it within our group even, and it's just unacceptable. And this is just my own personal opinion. You know, I really believe in the program that I work in. One of my favorite sayings is, you know, one addict helping another is without parallel, and I really believe in that. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I know sometimes we all say things, you know, whether we're being smart alecks or whatever the case may be, but I feel like it's an entirely different matter when people are bashing somebody for the way or the style that they choose to recover, or because for us, this is about helping people. So if we hear that, you know, somebody that we might know might be actively using, like, we try to confirm that before, you know, we try to reach out to them. And I feel like that's important as well, because sometimes when you get to that point, you don't remember that there's people that care about you. But turning that into bashing somebody for relapsing, or maybe not even relapsing, but just for, what is the word I'm looking for?
Think hard. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, I don't know where I was going. I feel like it's just entirely unacceptable to bash people in recovery when we're choosing to fight a battle every day. And every day is another day that we've won against the disease of addiction. And I feel like it's detrimental to each and every person to feel loved and supported, because it's hard enough fighting your own mindset to be bashing the people that are surrounding you about how they're doing it.
Right. I also think like my thoughts of myself aren't the greatest at all times. So if you bash me, or if someone bashes me and says something negative about me or the way I'm doing something or the way I'm recovering, not in like a constructive criticism way, but in a negative, just an all around negative way.
Right, because there's a difference. Right, I agree.
Right. And I think, too, we get very obsessive about, you know, if we hear someone's talking about us, we
Yeah, and I'll be like, did they really mean that? And like, you know.
Then you start
Yeah.
questioning yourself, and it's
When I start beating
horrible.
myself
Like,
up again, and all
Right,
that,
right.
it just snowballs, and then that turns into the disease of addiction, like really attacking me, because that's the perfect reason for it too. You know what I mean? And that's just the way my brain
Right.
works, no
And-
matter how hard I'm working the program.
yeah. And, you know, that's why we stress in Hope Dealers BTC how, you know, we all recover differently and we all support each other. Whether you're an NAHAAA, whether you do recovery fitness, or, you know, you do art, whatever it is, if it's keeping you sober and on the right path and in a good spot, keep doing it. Don't worry about what other people are saying, because look at, you're doing it, and that's huge. Like, we know this is life and death. We're not joking when that's what
We
we
can have
say.
Scott on the show
We definitely should.
so he can tell his story.
Yeah, we definitely will do that sometime. What time is it?
We got 5 minutes.
Okay, so I have a 6 minute and 19 second song. So we're gonna close out, guys. We are ending with Simple Man.
I was just gonna ask about that. Like,
I'm
literally,
way ahead
it's
of you,
stuck
bro.
in my head.
Welcome to
Yeah.
1984. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's when I. That's when
So
I
it's a little
Can
bit
you
of-
sing to me?
Baby, you a kind of man.
Oh, we're signing him up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hold on, let me.
No, don't put that on me, or I'm not gonna do it. Don't you dare.
Okay.
Okay.
Happy
birthday to
Sing it to me, guys.
Happy
birthday
to you.
Oh, you guys are so
Happy
cute.
Happy birthday, dear Karina.
Happy birthday
to you.
I have the best friends.
We love you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to BTC Radio. Check us out next week. Don't forget, if you're interested in doing Hope staff, volunteering, anything, get a hold of us. Keep being a change, Rochester.
But be the
See ya.
change.
No, seriously, like literally this song.
That's
I
a
was
wrap.
Thinking in my head right before the show started. I was like, oh.
Bye, guys.
All right, y'all. We appreciate you guys watching and listening and sharing. It means everything to us. This girl.
We love you. Sorry I'm gross today. I'm really sweaty and
It was
dude,
hot
we
out
ran
today.
through a water park. It was so hot out. I'm burnt.
All right, guys. Tune
Peace
in.
and
More
love.
to come, as always.
Peace,
Thank
love, and hair
you.
grease.
For the birthday wishes.
Love y'all.
We love you guys. We love you guys.
Be as simple. Be as simple.
It's
It'll help
Deftones.
you. Sunny day. Hi.
We love you. Why isn't this closing?